What's up guys, it's your boy Wavy. In today's video I'm going to be showing y'all how to have no recoil on the M4A1. So first off, what I recommend is your setup. So I run a monitor. A monitor is really key in having good aim, and somewhere between like a 20 to 24 inch is the best. And then I play with a scuff impact. You want to either use paddles, stick and move, claw grip, some way where you can keep your right hand on the right stick at all times. That's what matters the most. So those two things are really important, and then your settings are too. So I recommend like a 5.5 to 6.6 sensitivity, like a low one, no vibration, standard aim response. I use flip 2 controls because I feel like I shoot better with those, and then standard aim assist. Those are the best settings, guys. So yeah, that's like the main thing you need for your setup. Now let's go into the right class and the best attachments. So there's two ways you can run the M4, with a sight or with not one. But anyways, I'll show you guys the attachments for both. So you want to use compensator for recoil, grenadier, attack laser, no stock, and commando foregrip. As you see on the bottom left, this is kind of for rushing more with no sight on the gun. If you don't want if you do want a sight, you can take off the laser and put on one right there. So that's what I recommend. You see everything goes up. And if you're struggling to on recoil, you can take off the sight, put on a grip instead of the laser, or take off the stock and put on the grip. But I don't run, and you'll see a lot of pros they don't run a sight either, and that's what they run right there. So yeah, that's like the best class for the M4. And the best way to practice, guys, is what I'm about to do. So what you want to do is go to a free for all. It can be any map. I just do like a small one, like Hackney Yard. Free for all. Set the time to unlimited. Minimap always on. Bot setup. Recruit. And then yeah, alright, so that's like the setup, guys. So anyways, let's get right into it, and I'll see you guys in the game. Alright guys, so let's get right into it. So the main thing that you want to do first with the M4 is shoot and look at the recoil pattern. Now, I may differ a little bit depending on your attachments, but the best way to do this is just to shoot at a wall and then look at the recoil pattern without touching it. So let's do that. So I'm not going to touch it. Let's see what it does. Okay, so the M4, what it does, guys, is it goes directly up and to the right. Like that. You see? I'm not touching the right stick. Okay, so you see that right there? So basically what you want to do is the opposite of that. So you want to pull down diagonally to the left. Basically just pull straight down, but just to kind of do it at a little, what's it called? A diagonal. Because like I said, like I just showed you, it does go upwards right. So you want to counteract it by going downwards left. And when you do that, you literally have no recoil on it. Look at that, guys. No mods or anything like that. It's literally a laser, guys. And again, you can use a sight or no sight on the gun. I mean, look at that. It literally doesn't move. I'm gonna get this one tighter. Watch this. I mean, that that didn't move at all. But yeah, guys. That's like the main tips in the M4. It's just the first one, the recoil pattern. So you just want to hold down to the left diagonally to do that. And the best way to practice, there's a few ways. Is to go in a custom game like this with bots. You can go to a ground war game and focus on long shots, because guys, if you can have good recoil and kill people really long range on ground war, you're going to be killing everyone on like a regular multiplayer map, you know. So I would just recommend doing that, and then also try playing like comp. But it can be hard in this game since there's no league play, but maybe like try playing GBs and stuff, because if you play greater competition, it'll just help improve your aim, because your aim has to be good in that or you won't do good. So that's like a big tip right there. So the next big tip I have is to make sure you guys hit your first shot, and this kind of goes with centering and snapping, and I made a video on this too. Basically what it is, guys, is the center of your crosshair, the white circle. You want to keep it around chest high level around the whole map. So when you see someone, you can quickly snap on them like that. And basically this helps with hitting your first shot. If you can hit your first shot on the enemy, you're going to be able to control the recoil much better, because it's so much easier because of aim assist. So when you're aiming at an enemy, it's going to be easier to control the recoil than when you're just shooting like without aiming at the enemy. And it was like that in Black Ops 4 too. So if you hit your first shot, guys, and you're already on target, it's going to make it so much easier than, say, if you like miss your first shots like that and then go onto them. You can kill them, but at like long distances, it's going to be much harder than like that, you see, if you hit your first shot. So just try hitting your first shot on people. So the next tip is to always like strafe when you shoot. For some reason, when you strafe a little bit like to the left and right, well, first of all, you want to do that anyway to win gunfights. But when you do a little bit of a strafe, it helps control the recoil a lot better. I don't know why it's like that, but for some reason, it's just so much easier to control the recoil when you do a little bit of a strafe. As you see I'm doing there, just strafe it a little bit. Even if the enemy isn't looking at you, you don't have to do it a lot, just do it barely, and you can really beam kids when you get it down. I mean, look at that right there. So yeah, if you can just combine some of those tips right there, it's going to help you out a lot. Like, look at that. Not missing at all. Oh my god. And again, just every time you shoot, just remember to diagonally hold down left on the controller. Alright, so the next tip I have, guys, this one helps me a lot. It's actually kind of a secret tip. When you shoot, guys, most likely you like look at the enemy right and like don't really look at the crosshairs. But what you guys need to do is either look at the red dot if you're using that, or the iron sights when you're shooting instead of at the enemy. So just focus on the iron sight when you're shooting, and that's going to help your recoil so much. I promise you guys. So just cause I even do it too. Some like you stare past the recoil or the reticule at the enemy, and you'll just look at the enemy the whole time. But instead, do the opposite. Look at the crosshair and focus on putting the crosshair on the enemy. And not many people talk about that, but it helps me control the M4 recoil a lot better when I do that, whether I'm using the iron sight or red dot. So start with the red dot or the iron sights. And then the last tip is just to watch how good players play using this weapon. So this is like a really good pro player gun. So you'll see a lot of pro players using this gun. And for some reason, I know like it helped me in Black Ops 4 when I watched Dashy, but if you see pro players and just see them control the recoil good, or even like good pub snipers, when you get on, it's going to help your aim. Your aim's going to be so much better just from watching. I promise you guys. If it doesn't help, then you don't have to do that, but it helps me a lot. See, that's really all the tips I have, guys. I may post a little gameplay after this, just showing me controlling the recoil, or I may just shoot some more bots doing it. But anyways, hopefully y'all enjoy the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.